What's up, beautiful people? Today we're going to be checking out Black woman explodes on Chicago Democrats officials for opening vacant buildings for illegal migrants. Check it out.
Chicago and Illinois government, listen to me and listen to me clearly. Like, for real, tune the in. Because I'm telling y'all right now, y'all finna start a riot. And I do mean a real riot. Mayor Brandon, you better listen. We are sick of y'all. More preferably, I'm talking about the South Side, okay? Let me tell you something. The South Side is at the very bottom of the barrel when it comes to getting anything that we need from the city or from the government, for the state government. But guess what? They bring their ugly asses down to the South Side and the South suburbs first to get everything that they need to make this stupid ass city and this state run. Explain to me how it is that you close down 5 schools because you say that there's no state or city government funding to keep the schools open for the public, but somehow, some way, y'all got the money to open up 2 of those schools to the Ukrainian refugees and 2 of the other schools to the Venezuelan refugees. But you can't find the money to fix it for the people who live here. Explain to me how it is that you done sat up here and you done closed down all the homeless shelters. Literally, it's only like 5 homeless
The thing is, when they do all these things and make these decisions, they really need to explain to the people. Like, I don't think she's even wrong to ask for explanations. Maybe you have explanations. Well, then tell them, because it's real. It's a real concern. And she's not the first person saying this. A lot of people in Chicago have been yelling, screaming at the governor, at the mayor, doing everything. But it seems they're not being heard. And I don't think the government, they're doing a very good job communicating to the people, because regardless of the situation, the people just want answers more. There was a lady that came on public TV to say, Chicago, it's time to vote red. That's what she said, paraphrasing. But, because of these policies and these things happening right now, the people are trying something different because they wouldn't want to do the same thing over and over again and expect, a different result. So they want to vote differently now. And I don't think this is going to fail the government out there.
Shelters in Chicago. Matter of fact, that's not even a joke. That's not a lie. It's 5 well-established homeless shelters left in Chicago. But somehow, some way, the homeless shelters that y'all closed down, you're opening for the refugees. You don't give a damn about us, the people who live here, the people who stay here and pay taxes, but you giving it to the refugees. Now listen, I am not against nobody going nowhere to get away from no dangerous living situation, but the fact that they are here and our government is giving more to them than they will ever give to the people who was born here is really starting to piss us off. Oh, and Mayor Brandon, hi, how are you? We coming for your ass. Oh yeah, we coming for your ass because you lied the hardest. And the crazy part is I kept on telling people not to vote for your ugly, four-eyed ass, and they did, because you was going to come up in this bitch like another phone-ass Lori Lightfoot and look at what the happened, you big ass. I'm mad at myself because I let my phone die last night, which means that it had to power back on and it take a little minute. I usually don't do that, but I would have had the perfect set of proof that this is happening, because let me tell y'all something. On my block, down from it and across the street, I can see a building, right? And this building has been sitting there vacant for 2 years. The building has been sitting there vacant for 2 years because the person who owned it, he opened it up to the government for it to be a low-income housing building. But the government wasn't upholding the low-income housing money. Therefore, the person who owned it had to sell it back to the bank. And it's been sitting there for 2 years. Literally 2 years. Now explain to me why the it is that I wake up today and I see a box truck, a literal 12-foot white box truck sitting out in front of the building, and it's Latinos coming out of the truck and going into the building. How is this possible? You could not give the funding to the person who previously owned it to keep the building open for low-income housing, for people who are from Chicago, who cannot afford it here, because this is not a cheap-ass city, okay?
But why is all this happening? Is it really true that they are letting them in so they can vote, or are they expecting a war? Because I'm hearing two speculations or two rumors that they're letting these people in so they can vote eventually and help, vote blue. And the other speculation is that there might be a World War III, so these people are coming in as foot soldiers in case that happens. Because people are saying that there's younger people, not younger, but military age people, and are mostly males, and that's why they are letting them come in. Would that be true? Because I don't understand. It almost feels like, from what people are saying, the Chicagoans are speaking up about or speaking up against, it feels like the government is preferring the migrants over them. The other video said an immigrant or an illegal immigrant gets about $7,000 a month, which is kind of like people who work 9 to 5. Do they get $7,000? A lot of questions to be answered. So the government really needs to explain to the people, whether they are right or wrong. They just need to tell the people something.
It's expensive as to live here. You cannot give the funding to that man to help the Chicagoan people, but somehow, some way, y'all got that $9,000 going to each one of these refugee families.
You see, not even $7,000, $9,000 she's saying. I heard $7,000 previously.
Somehow, some way, y'all got that $9,000 going to each one of these refugee families, and guess what the fuck happened? They buying up everything. But at the same time, y'all put us through the motherfucking ringer for us to even try to attempt to purchase something in Chicago or Illinois. Y'all have no idea how hard it is to really buy some shit in Chicago, especially on the south side. But these refugee families getting $9,000 a family could come in and buy up everything. We sick of y'all. We sick of y'all. Hey, government, Chicago and Illinois government, baby, Brandon, Pritzker, we sick of y'all shit. Somebody better come fix it. Somebody better come fix it, because if I get my ass out here on my soapbox, baby, fix it. I'm sick of y'all.
Yeah, a lot of people are beginning to say this more and more and more and more now. I feel like they're hearing, hopefully they hear it enough to fix it. But let me know what you think about that. Feel free to share your thoughts. I think it was very expressive. She said everything that needed to be said. If after saying that with a couple of other people who've said what they said, the government still doesn't hear them, there's going to be a problem. There might be a problem, speculatively, but I think the people, they are outraging, and you don't want people to start protests, which might eventually blow up and turn into a riot. I'm sure that's what she was referring to when she said there might be a riot, because it's going to start like a protest, and the protest is going to be directly addressed to illegal migrants. When you start going there to fight them, the migrants might want to fight back, and you know what that's going to turn into? Riots. And the city doesn't want that, So it's a good time to at least tell the people something. If you can completely do what they want or act according to their demands, just tell them something to keep them calm or keep them understanding. Because I don't think they understand. They don't understand this at all. Especially, she said there was a building the government said there was no money to fix up for cheaper housing, but now it's open up to illegal migrants. Tell them something. Just let them have some information. It doesn't seem like they have a lot right now. Anyways, let me know what you think about that. If there's anything you want to add, correct, or critique in that video, feel free to share. Talk to us. We can learn a thing or two from you. If you're in Chicago and you want to tell us how the situation is, feel free to do so as well. Smash the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.